Heidi, are they all airbound now?
We aren't sure, Tembekile, what is actually going on. The board here at the airport still says that the flight to Lagos, which was supposed to take off at 9:10 this morning, is still delayed. There were many hiccups and glitches along the way. We do understand that they started off at the Nigerian consulate very early this morning. They made their way to the airport. But there seems to be some issues around certain documentation, expired passports and temporary passports needed for certain individuals who have decided to take this evacuation-free plan to head back to Nigeria. We are waiting for the consulate to make their way through here. There's lots of media still waiting to hear the exact details of how many people boarded that flight, how many people had to be sent back. We do understand that mothers and children were sent back because the documentation of the young children were not in order, so we're still waiting for that, but I am pretty certain that that flight has not taken off. The board still says delayed, and we do understand they are stuck at immigration trying to sort out their documentation.
And how is this return back to Nigeria being funded, Heidi? Who's paying?
A very good question, Tembekile. So we understand that a Nigerian citizen who owns a private airline called Airpeace made the offer to the Nigerian government for those who wanted to leave South Africa at the back of these xenophobic attacks that have gripped our country over the last couple of weeks. And they offered 2 flights to into South Africa and taking out about 600 Nigerians who have opted to take up this plan, this free evacuation plan. So it is Airpeace that has offered this, a private airline, but of course it's being facilitated by the Nigerian government and the Nigerian consulate here in South Africa. We do understand that each flight can take up to 300 people. We're not sure exactly if the first flight is full or whether or not a second flight will be coming into South Africa to take those who wish to leave due to the recent xenophobic attacks, and of course many who want to go back home because of the experience they've had recently in South Africa.
Attacks on African migrants, Heidi, unfortunately not a new thing in South Africa. We can go back as far as 2008, 2015 as well. We saw similar violence. Why has this group of Nigerians opted to leave South Africa now, and what was their feeling as they made their way through OR Tambo today?
Well, the sentiment that we've been getting from a number of Nigerians, I tried to speak to a number of mothers who had young children with them. They did not want to speak on camera, though, but many of them saying that they just fear for their lives. They came to South Africa for a better opportunity, for a better quality of life after they struggled in their home country, Nigeria. And they're basically saying that things have not been easy here. They've experienced hostility, and they just want peace. And they say they would rather suffer back home than suffer here in South Africa. Let's listen to what Nigerian National had to say to us.
Well, I don't think there's nothing else left for me to stay back here doing. I've got family, they want me alive. I don't want to go home dead. That's the major reason why I'm going home. I might not go home, I might not forfeit all righteousness. I might not be able to come with millions of dollars, millions of rents that my people are expecting from me. But if I'm still alive, I think that money is on my way.
Will you ever come back to South Africa if things settle down?
I'm very sorry to say in the air, I will never.